So please, guys, open up your books on page 146. See, guys, I told you guys about this question at the end, see, where the writer says, we have the technology for skyscrapers, don't we? What is the technology? Having the metal beams, using, iron and steel in building, unlike in the past. But do we really need them? Do we need these, skyscrapers? Or want them? With the invention of computers, computers meaning like, here that we use the internet, a company doesn't need to have all its offices in one huge building. Like we don't need, to have a lots of offices or, having those offices in one huge building anymore. Why? Look why. Spread all over the city, even because we can what now? We can work from home. And do we want 200-story buildings? Why do we need them? Do people want, the writer is wondering here, do people want to live far away from the ground? Yani, is it nice to live very up high like that? you know so architects nowadays, guys, are wondering about what, if we need these, skyscrapers anymore. So they are planning the architects and engineers who are planning these new skyscrapers, this is what the writer is saying, have to think about these questions, and they may build buildings that no one will use, because one day these skyscrapers, he says, will be empty, maybe, because nobody will need them anymore. Okay. So, like I said, it's a good idea to go back and read the text again. And, sometimes the first reading is not enough. Maybe a second reading would be better, right? So let's take a look at this exercise, vocabulary A. We have the following words. We have skyscraper. All of us know what a skyscraper is, natihat sahab in Arabic. And it is a very it's a high-rise building. Immigrants are people that, decide to leave their country and move on to another country in order maybe, to stay there forever. Consider it their new home, their new country, Yeah. Stole is the past of steal. السرقة بالماضي هاي, right, guys? That is to take something that isn't yours usually. Okay, but basically the meaning is to take something by force, probably, not ask the other or others. Advantages, we know this word, it's not new, hasanat, right? Good points. And then we have designs, tasmimat, guys, What do architects do? They draw designs of buildings, right? This is what architects do. Pleasant means it makes you happy, it makes you feel good, right? So why do we want, let me say, windows sometimes? Because we like windows because we can look through them. We can see gardens sometimes outside, right? Yeah. Title, كلاتنا بنعرف, we know what this means. This means عنوان, that is, it is like a kind of, in a way, a summary, for the whole text that you might read, right? Stories here, مش معناها قصص here. It means, طوابع. And we said this last time. Stories, you could say instead of stories, floors. In addition means plus. Like you mention an idea, and then you say, in addition to that, بالإضافة إلى ذلك, then you say another point, or another sentence, or another idea, all right? So then we have the word advancement means what? It means تقدم, right? It's a noun here. So for example, it is an advancement to build, with steel and not with probably rock only and, mud, right? Yeah. So you can say metal beams are technological advancements, right? The internet is an advancement, right? Beams means أعمدة, guys. So they are long, pieces that are used, in building, right? And an architect is an engineer that knows, or that is skilled in the science of building and designing buildings and houses, right, guys? Yeah. So basically, these are the meanings of these words. And now we want to use these words to complete our sentences, okay? So, who would like to help me with the first sentence? Someone. And we know what the words mean now. Any hands up, guys? Any hands up? Hello, guys. Abir, Ahmad. I have several Ahmads, right? Ahmed Yusuf, Ahmed Khalid, Ahmed Al-Ali. Who wants to participate and tell me what the answer to the first sentence is? Aisha Zarbi. What, guys? Come on. Don't just sit there and do nothing. Saja.
Someone stole his car during the night. When he got up, it was gone.
Thank you, Seja. Very good. That's true. So someone stole his car during the night. When he got up, it was gone. That would be really scary, huh? To wake up and not find your car in your parking lot or in front of your house if you had it parked there, right? Okay, let's move on to the second sentence. Dalia. So I memorized Dalia and Seja now, you see? So definitely these students will get a different participation grade. Yes, Dalia, go ahead.
There are many advantages to learning second language.
Good. Yes, there are many advantages to learning a second language. Like when you learn a second language, that is something advantageous. That's something good. Do you know why it's considered good, Dalia? Can you think about why we consider it good to learn a second language?
I think because I can communication with other culture and like that.
Okay, you can communicate with other people who speak other languages. And you know what? The other thing is that, as you said now, Dalia, that's good. You learn about other cultures. Because remember what I told you last time? I told you that languages, teach us about culture, about the history of those who speak the language. Okay? It's not just a language and that's it, simply like that, The idea is that a language carries a lot, with it, all right? Like I said, it carries what? It carries culture, it carries history, it carries many, many things that we could know about those speakers of that language, let me say. Okay? Dalia, can you see the new page, which starts with question 3? Can you see question 3 now? Am I sharing question 3?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, great. I just wanted to know that you guys can see question 3. Okay, who would like to do question 3? Thank you, Dalia. Somebody else. This is very easy, isn't it? Right? So who can do question 3? Yes, Lana. Lana, you have your hand up. Do you want to do that question? Lana, you have to unmute your mic if you want to speak. Take a look at your microphone. You have to try to unmute it. Remove the cross if you want to try to answer the question. Do you want me to help you? Let me see. No. Okay, let's have Saja then, since Lana has a problem, it seems. Saja, yeah, go ahead. Saja?
A high-rise building is also called a skyscraper.
Good. A high-rise building is also called a skyscraper. So in the exam, if I ask you what is the synonym for skyscraper, what is another name for skyscraper, or what is another name for high-rise? So if I say what's another name for high-rise, you say skyscraper. If I say what is another name for skyscraper, you say high-rise. Okay, guys, are you ready for that question? So be ready for that question. Now, question 4. Anybody, guys? Let's have Lana. Lana, do you still have your hand up? Lana, do you want to try? Seems Lana has a problem, right? So let's have Dalia, and then, yeah.
The Nile River in Africa holds the title of longest river in the world.
Okay, very good. Yeah. Let me just take a look because I'm looking at your names. Let me just close this. Yes, true. Yes. Messed up. One second, please. All right. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Yeah. So, yes, the Nile River in Africa holds the title of longest river in the world. Yes, true. So maybe you have heard about the Nile River, and it is considered what? The longest river where in the whole wide world. Did you know that, guys? That it was the longest river in that it's the longest river in the world? So it is known. That's what we mean by it holds the title. Okay, so five. Let me do five and then I'll listen to your friends again. Thousands of what? Of immigrants arrive where? In Australia. From where? From Asia and Europe every year. So, Australia is considered a continent that welcomed many, many immigrants, just like America, guys, all right? And the immigrants that go to Australia, they come from Asia, and some of them come from, not some of them, many of them come from Europe. Many of them came from England, by the way, okay? Because generally Australia, was a colony for England, all right? This is why. كانت مستعمرة, guys, لبريطانيا, Australia, right? You know that. I don't know if you do know that. All right. So next, let me see who is raising her hand or his hand. So the same hands, right? We have the same hands. And let's have Saja, because I think Lana is not raising her hand. It seems that, her hand is just stuck there. Yes, Saja.
What was the most important scientific advancement in the 20th century?
Good. What was the most important scientific advancement? Can you tell me? Do you know, Saja, what the most important scientific advancement is in the 20th, or was, I mean, in the 20th century? If you think about it, think. What are we doing right now, Saja?
Um,
We're communicating through what? The internet, right?
um,
So I think the most, let me say,
yeah,
important scientific advancement is the internet. What do you think? Do you agree? Right? Yeah. All right. So let's move on to 7. Who would like to read sentence 7? Who would like to complete sentence 7? You have it right there in front of you, and it is answered already, as you can see. So let's have hands up, and let's see who would like to read the sentence for us. Okay, you're just reading, guys. Come on. So Dalia, Ayman, Aya, Asil, what? Asid, Muthanna, Aisha, what, guys? Ahmad, why don't you guys raise your hands? Huh? Don't just sit there. Participate. Okay? Hanadi, Hiba, Huda, Layla, what? Linda, Lujain, Maha, why are you guys just sitting there? Noor, Ula, Qusay, you have to, guys, try to participate. Okay? So let me see if some new person wants to participate. Yes, Abir. Or is it Dalia? Dalia, I'm sorry. I think it's Dalia who has her hand up. Yeah.
In some skyscraper, the walls are made of steel beams and glasses.
Yeah. So let me just close this so I can see the pages. Because when I open up the page numbers, I cannot, really see. Okay. All right, let me just open up the book because I lost the page. So yeah, we said that an architect, is that what you were reading? Or in some skyscrapers? 7. In some skyscrapers, the walls are made of steel beams and glass, right? So you have seen many skyscrapers, right? And if you take a look at the walls, what are they made of? Either beams or glass. Lots of skyscrapers have lots of glass, right? Like added to the building itself, all right? Yeah, thank you so much. Let's do 8. 8. Anybody else who would like to do 8, guys? Same hands? Let me do 8 for you. An architect, what does an architect do? Look what he does. he designs buildings. بيصمم الأبنية, right? Now, sentence 9, the Taipei 101 building has what? How many what? Stories, because the word that we have here is stories. The Taipei 101 building has 101, yani 101 stories. Can you imagine? Then, sentence 10, we have what? Metal beams are used to build bridges in addition to skyscrapers. So we don't use metal beams only to build skyscrapers, guys. We use metal beams, what? To build what? Bridges as well. Bridges are in Arabic, what? Jusur, right? Yeah. So now we want to move on to the next exercise, which is exercise B. It's also, you know, vocabulary exercise, all right? And you can probably check your book. It's on page 147. We have more words, as you can see. What are the words that we have? We have pleasant, and pleasant, as we said, means, let me say, something that makes you happy, right? We said that. What else do we have? We have the word in addition. We said in Arabic it means بالإضافة إلى ذلك, like when you want to add a new idea, you say this word, right? And we have the word advantage, and we already mentioned what advantage means, right? We said advantage means like a good point. When you want to mention good points, you use this word, right? Then we have the word immigrant, and we said what this means. We said that an immigrant is somebody who has moved, let me say, from, you know, his country to another country, hoping to find what? Hoping to find what, you know, a new country that will, you know, provide him with a job, provide him with housing, you know, like provide him with what his original country did not provide him with, honestly speaking, okay? Yeah, so this is an immigrant, all right? This is what he, you know, he aims at doing when he travels to another country in order to live there. And basically, he has the idea of living there probably forever, okay? Yeah. Then we have the word architect. We mentioned this already, and we said that an architect is somebody who designs buildings, right? We said that. Then center means al-wasat, guys, in the middle. Usually it means, you know, like the area where the businesses are, where the main, let me say, you know, main jobs, main, let me say, businesses, main, let me say, buildings that have to do with the government, you know, there they would be in the center of, you know, let me say, the capital, or the, you know, a city, or a main city, let me say. Then we have the word bomb. Remember, guys, this is a tool that soldiers use when they are at war. في الحرب. اللي هي in Arabic we call it قنبلة. And this item, you know, if this, let me say, this weapon, if it is thrown in an area and it explodes, you know, and, you know, many, you know, people die, many buildings are destroyed because of it, okay? Story, we said here, we don't mean story as in, you know, tell me a story. مش قصة هون معناها, guys. It means what? A floor, okay? We're talking about buildings here. Then we have the word exact, and exact means in Arabic we say بالضبط, something exact, all right? So not like less, not more, when we talk about the word exact. Space معناها, guys, مساحة, right? So we sometimes say that this room is what? Is not small. There's a lot of space here. It's, you know, spacious. That means what, guys? That means, you know, it's not small. It's not crammed, okay? For space means that there is placed in a certain place. Earthquake, we know what earthquake is. اللي هي الزلزال, guys. And it has to do with a sudden movement of the Earth's surface, right? So the Earth moves, and whatever is on it also moves. And sometimes it's a violent movement. Sometimes, you know, this movement might destroy. It depends on its measurement, right? It might destroy buildings, houses. It may kill lots of people, right? Yeah. Public, guys, in Arabic means عام. We say public transportation, المواصلات العامة. All right? So public does not mean private. It's the opposite of private. Public and private are opposites. All right? So now we want to try to complete these sentences. Who would like to do the first one for us? Let me see your hands up. Lana still has her hand up and she is not, like changing anything about this hand up, which, has been up for a while. Okay, who wants to, guys? Where's Dalia? Where's Duha? Where are the girls who were participating earlier? Come on, guys. Come on. Let's read sentence number 1. Shall I do it for you? I'll start, okay? Let me start by helping you with the first sentence, okay? One advantage of steel is that it is lighter than stone. So steel, guys, all right? Yeah, what about it? هذا المعدن اللي اسمه steel ماله؟ It is lighter than stone. أخف من الصخر, guys. Of course. Okay? Yeah. فهي المعادن, guys, اللي بيستخدموها هلا بالبناء. What about them? They are lighter than stone. أخف وزنها من الصخر اللي كانوا جدودنا يستخدموه, right? Yeah. We want to move on to sentence 2. Take a look. We've had what? We've had pleasant weather lately. It has been warm and sunny. So basically, I would say, in Jordan nowadays, during the evening, how is the weather? We want to describe Jordan weather, let me say, in the evening, in Mesa, guys. How is it? It is pleasant. Why? Because it's breezy, it's cool, it's not that hot, but also not that cold, right? So in the evening, most of us probably, if we have balconies, we want to sit outside and not indoors, right? Outdoors, right? Yeah. All right, so let's move on to we have more participants. Amazing. Okay, so let's move on to sentence number 3. And we have Dalia. Yes, Dalia, go ahead.
We tried to get 20 chairs into the room, but there wasn't enough space.
Yeah, sometimes this happens to us. We want to, include many chairs in a certain room, but we can't because, the room itself is small, right? So we tried to get 20 chairs into the room, but there wasn't enough what? Room, we say, or enough space. Space means masaha, as we said in Arabic. All right, thank you so much, Dalia. Let's have somebody do 4. And if nobody does raise his or her hand, I'll do it, okay? So what is an? Saja. Okay.
An earthquake in Turkey destroyed several villages.
Good. An earthquake in Turkey destroyed several villages because that's what earthquakes do. Earthquakes destroy villages. They destroy towns. They destroy buildings, right? Yes, thank you so much. The sun is at the, what, Dalia?
The sun is at the center of our solar system.
بالضبط. The sun is at the center. Center يعني مكانها والوسط of our solar system في مجموعتنا الشمسية, guys. Solar system اللي هي مجموعتنا الشمسية. All right? Yeah. So where is the sun? It's at the middle. I'm sorry. All right. All right. 6. A famous. Yes, Saja.
Famous architect designed the whole city of Brasilia.
Good. Listen there, Saja, to the pronunciation. A famous architect. Okay? Architect, as we said, is an engineer that designs buildings. Okay? He designed what? The whole city of Brasilia. Brasilia is the capital of Brazil. Okay? Okay? You did not know that. All right? Yeah, thank you so much. Now we have 7. I don't know. So, I don't know the exact height of the Sears Tower, but I think it's more than 400 meters tall. We sometimes say that. I don't know how old my nephew is, but I guess he's like maybe around 14 or 15, right? So I don't know the exact, يعني ما بعرف بالضبط, all right? We say, so the word exact means بالضبط, all right? Yeah. So we want to move on to 8. Yes, Dalia?
Another word for a floor of a building is a story.
Good. Thank you so much. So another word for a floor of a building is story. Thank you. Good. That's true. So we said that these are synonyms. Okay. We want to move on to 9 and the lecture on modern architecture. ها المحاضرة حول أي موضوع modern architecture اللي هي الهندسة الحديثة guys. Tonight is open to whom? To the public. ها يعني مفتوحة للعامة. Not only students can attend but anybody who wants to attend. Anyone can go. So when we say that it's open for the public, that means anybody can go. Guys, listen. Nowadays, or even before the corona, the library at Yarmouk University, remember, it used to welcome people, not only students, but people from the public, right? To attend its conversations, its, let me say, lectures and, other, let me say, announcements that they have. They welcome people from the public. So sometimes they would have this movie, all right? Or they would have a writer over to talk about a novel that he has written and so on. And so they would welcome people from the public, not only students or people who work at the university, right? Yeah. This is very common in America, guys, and in let me say, American universities. And I'm really glad that Yarmouk also practices this, all right? So 10, there was an explosion caused by what? By a bomb. Because what causes explosions? Bombs do. Don't bombs cause explosions, guys? Huh? Yeah. They are very dangerous. Bombs are very, very dangerous, right? Yeah. Now we want to move on, guys, to page 148. And we have a new exercise, which is what? This one. Let me flip it for you. Okay? So let me enlarge it a bit. All right? Here we go. Here it is. Exercise C, definitions. Match the word with the definition, not with the opposite, with the definition, like its synonym or what it means. So when we say estimate, huh? To estimate means what? I'm not gonna welcome this person because this person came in with a number, and like I said, anybody who comes in with a number, I'm not gonna welcome them, unfortunately. So estimate means what? To estimate something means to what? Who knows? Who knows? All right. That means to predict. يتنبأ أو يحذر. All right. بدل ما أقول إنه he guessed, he estimated. He predicted, he estimated. Okay, guys? So you can use this word nowadays and, have more than one word to say the same thing. It means to predict. For example, you can say something like, I predict that, the weather this evening is going to be beautiful. You can say, I estimate that the weather tonight is going to be beautiful. Okay? So they are synonyms here. All right? Then we have 2, interior. Interior means what? المكان بالداخل, the interior. Sometimes we say. It's like a noun here. Because the opposite of interior is exterior, al-kharij. All right? So another, or a definition for interior is inside, بالداخل, okay? Now we have, which is J. Then we have border. Border, as you can see, اللي هي منطقة الحدود, guys. دايما border, right? Here it is, border, منطقة حدود. And the meaning of it is what? A line between two countries. يعني الخط أو الفاصل بين دولتين, guys, is called a border. Delay. Delay معناها يؤخر, guys. All right? Let's take a look. M. Cause to be late. يتسبب في التأخير, right? Yeah, that's what it means. Let's have, who wants to participate? Majd? Majd,
Yes,
you have
doctor.
your hand up. Do you want to participate? Yeah, the next Majd. So this word, 5.
Blind.
5 is what?
Blind.
Good. What does it mean to be blind?
Hot able to see. And not able to see.
Not. This is N. Not able to see.
Not
Good.
able to see.
Yeah, that you can't see. If you are blind, إذا أنت كنت أعمى لا سمح الله, God forbid. What does that mean? That you cannot see. So we describe people as blind because they cannot see, right? Yeah. So let's move on to harmless. What is the definition of harmless? Huh? What does harmless mean? Okay. Let's have who else wants? Saja?
Harmless, not dangerous.
Good. Harmless means good, not dangerous. Do you know what dangerous means from the word harm? It means harmful. Harmful, if there was not less, if we had full, the word full at the end. Harmful means somebody who is dangerous. Can you imagine? But when you say harmless, it means not dangerous, as we said in its E. How about the word escape? He escaped. So, Majd, what does escape mean? Yes,
Yes,
Majd, I'm listening to you.
رقم 9.
What did we say? It's escape, 7. Escape is 7.
Escape.
What does
Get away
escape mean?
from. Get away from.
Good. See, get away from. He guys in Arabic we say al-hurub, to get away from. Okay. What else do we have? Hemisphere. Hemisphere, guys, we say sometimes the northern hemisphere, sometimes we say the southern hemisphere. And hemisphere, guys, means نصف الكرة, guys. بنسميها hemisphere. Okay? Usually this is said about what? About the world itself. الكرة الأرضية بنقول northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere. Okay? Yeah. So hemisphere, we go to be half of the earth, as you can see. Okay, نصف الكرة الأرضية. طبعا ممكن نقول northern hemisphere ساعتها بيكون الشمالي. We might say southern hemisphere, and that way it is what? الجنوبي. Okay? Let's do 9. Who would like to do 9? Mesh, do you want to do 9? Ashore.
Yes, doctor.
Yeah.
To the shore.
Good. So ashore, the meaning of ashore is to the shore. All right? يعني على الشاطئ, guys. أو باتجاه الشاطئ. Okay? That's what it means. F. All right. And the last word, I think we took this word a long time ago, blizzard. So what is the meaning of blizzard? Yeah, Dalia?
Bad winter storm.
Yes, a blizzard is, as you said, a bad winter storm. Okay. So you guys did amazing. Thank you so much, Dalia. Thank you so much, Majd and Saja. Everybody who participated, I thank you a lot. And who attended also, I thank you. But I would like that you guys also participate, okay? Listen, we want to stop right here. The rest of these exercises, I'm going to record them for you. We want to stop here, guys, all right? So the rest of the exercises I'm going to record for you. So follow, the recorded, let me say, class, which is going to be tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to do a recording for all of the exercises, and after tomorrow, what am I going to do? I'm going to explain our last lesson, which is what? Biospheres in space. Okay? Just to let you know. So that next week we are done with everything. Maybe we will finish on Monday or on Sunday, I don't know. Okay? It depends on, your participation also. Okay? Maybe it will be Monday. The last day might be not Sunday. It might be a Monday. Okay? So you guys have a good day for today. And I will meet with you guys, inshallah, on Sunday. But like I said, even though we're going to meet on Sunday, you have to follow your classes, your recorded classes. So tomorrow I'm going to record a class. And after tomorrow, I'm going to record a class. You guys have to watch them. Okay? And all the best. Bye-bye. See you.